Hey y'all, this is Justin from Avatars of Eternity, and I wanted to shoot off this channel by giving a shout out to a throwback anime, Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball Super has had a rough start. If you don't know about Dragon Ball Super is out. It's up to 60 episodes as of today, October the 2nd. 2016, and I'm telling you, this series has had a rough start, but finally and the Goku Black saga, we are seeing some of that classic build up, some of that classic drama, and it's really starting to become something worth watching again. We're currently up to the Goku Black saga, where this entity who was in Goku's body is wrecking things in Future Trunks' timeline, akin to how you had Cell messing things up in the future and the androids messing things up. It seems that, man, Trunks' timeline just need to be erased or something, because this dude just got it bad. But anyway, so we're currently up to episode 60, and I just wanted to kind of go back in time a little, because something has really come to my attention. And that's the Omni King's button that Goku received. And I do not think that that button is for the purpose we think it's for. I mean, everybody's saying, you know, when is Zeno going to show up and fix everything? You know, like he's just going to snap his finger and everything's going to be fixed. And come on, guys, that would not be a good story at all. It just isn't Toriyama-ish. He doesn't do stuff like that. He doesn't have just a quick fix to solutions. You know, he always builds up. You know, even in the Frieza saga, you had all that build up. Everybody's wondering, when is Goku going to show up? You know, why is it taking so long? Blah, blah, blah. And it didn't go down like that. You know, even when Goku showed up, it ended in an epic battle. And I think that's the type of thing we're building up to here in the Goku Black saga, where we're going to see it build up, and you're going to see it become impossible and more impossible and more impossible. But all right, so let's jump right in. So basically, we're at the point where in episode 55, Goku is summoned to the Omni King's palace. And, you know, to make a long story short, you know, Zeno says, you know, I just want you to be my friend. And, you know, Goku's like, huh? Okay. But, you know, I can't be your friend right now. I have some business to attend to, but, you know, I'll come back soon and I'll bring somebody with me who will be an even better friend than me. So, you know, the Omni King's like, awesome, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's saying, well, you know, take this button so that wherever you are, I can instantly come to you, you know, if you just push this button. And it was so interesting, because everybody, after they saw, you know, the fight break out between Goku and Vegeta and Goku Black and Zamasu, you know, they're like, you know, push the button, push the button. And I think Toriyama purposefully did that to get us to think that, you know, they have this quick fix solution. You know, if things just get in a stretch, you know, they can just push the button and the Omni King is just going to magically show up and fix everything. And I don't think that's what's going to happen at all. In fact, I think that the button had nothing to do with the Omni King actually showing up. I don't even think that the Omni King summoning Goku to his palace had anything to do with him just wanting to be Goku's friend. I mean, to an extent, yes, but there's a lot more that I think the Omni King is not saying, and some flags, some signs that we were shown along the way that show that there's more going on here. Now, you got to remember, the first time Zeno or Omni King showed up was at the Beerus versus Champa tournament, and he ironically just showed up right at the end. He even said that, you know, he came to check things out, but he found the tournament to be interesting. So that means, one, he was watching, you know, from above or whatever, and he said that they should have more of these. They should do this more often. Now, here's the thing. I don't think he said that just as like a coincidence. Oh, you know, yeah, we should do this more often. He's hinting at something. And what I think is going on is that the Omni King knows exactly what's going on in the Future Trunks' timeline with Goku Black and with Zamasu. And the reason I say that is because if you look at the consistency of Dragon Ball, you have the gods who watch over the mortal realm. Well, you even have, for example, you have King Kai who watches over Earth, and then you have the Kaioshin who watch over like the universe in general. And then you have like people higher up like God of Destruction who watches over like the universe and blah blah blah. But check this out. If the Kaioshin watch over the mortal realm and they know what's going on but they don't interfere, what makes us think that Zeno doesn't watch over the multiverse and knows what's going on, even though he doesn't directly interfere very often? Now, Beerus did mention that Zeno once destroyed 6 universes because they had done, some heinous crimes. But here's the thing, I don't think Zeno is as ignorant as everybody's been painting him, saying that, like Beerus is saying, I hope Zeno doesn't find out. Well, the thing is, I honestly think that Zeno already knows. He's just not flipping out. I mean, because he's the Omni King, he can fix things in like the snap of a finger. So it's no reason for him to freak out if something's going on. And in fact, I think that what Goku Black and Zamasu are doing is actually something that's not new. Because if you think about it, themes and things are just getting recycled. Frieza wanted to conquer the universe, then you had Majin Buu, he wanted to conquer, you had Cell, you had all these villains trying to do these things, and they all were basically repeating the same theme. And so what I think is going on is that the Zeno actually knows what's going on, and he's setting up Goku and company to be prepared for it. And here's the thing, because one, I honestly do think that Zeno at least respects Goku. Besides finding him interesting, I really think that he respects Goku, and he sees Goku as the potential key to solving this coming problem between Goku Black and Zamasu and the future. Because you remember when Goku Black and Zamasu were talking, they were saying Zamasu was telling Goku Black how he should have wished for an immortal body like he had, and Goku Black is like, well, no, this infinite power was necessary for our zero, for our plan, for our Zero Mortals plan or whatever. But now check this out. Zamasu even says, isn't it ironic that the power of the humans or the power of the mortals was necessary to create a universe without mortals? And again, it's really not Zero Humans, really Zero Mortal plan. But here's the thing, if Goku is the key to infinite power in this Zero Mortals plan, then Goku is much more important than we think. And in fact, I think that, well, I mean, come on, guys. Zeno has to know this. Zeno knows about Goku. And I believe that Goku is the key to ending this scheme that Goku Black and Zamasu have. Now, think about this. In the manga of Dragon Ball Super, it was revealed that Goku Black had destroyed the Supreme Kais in all 12 remaining universes in Future Trunks' timeline. So that means in Future Trunks' timeline, in none of the universes, there are no Supreme Kais and there are no Gods of Destruction. Which means that basically they can run free and do whatever they want, which makes which basically explains why, they have so much arrogance, because they have no one overseeing them. They don't have to fear, that some future Beerus or someone is going to show up and, put an end to their plan. But what they're not banking on, and what they don't know, is that Zeno knows, and that Zeno gave Goku this button because he knows. And I think that the button is more of keeping a tabs on the whole situation, kind of monitoring what's going on. Because what I think is that the upcoming multiverse tournament is actually a preparation to gather the strongest fighters from all of the universes for the coming war. Because you have to think about this. If Goku Black and Zamasu have done all this trouble in the future timelines, they have some greater diabolical scheme, and they could potentially affect the other timelines. Because think about it like this. if people like Goku and Vegeta from our present timeline know about what's going on and they're trying to stop Black and Zama's, then of course other people eventually, perhaps other gods and stuff, are going to try to stop what's going on in that future timeline, because they're like, you know, they've broken all these rules, they've destroyed gods of destruction, all this stuff. We have to stop them. And Zama's and Black, they know this. They're not dumb. They know that someone's eventually going to show up and try to stop them. So what are they going to do? They're going to try to affect all the timelines and all the universes. They're gonna make sure nobody in any timeline can stop them. And how are they going to do that? They're going to go through all the timelines and they're going to just start, you know, destroying people. And that's what makes this plan so diabolical. Now, I know that there was a theory going around, and there is a really, really awesome theory that the 6 universes that were quote unquote destroyed by the Omni King were actually sealed away, and they became like somehow demon universes or something like that. And like Goku Black and Zamasu are trying to unseal those universes or whatever. And that's very plausible. It's a really great theory. And I think that's, you know, in part true. And I think that Zeno knows what's going on, and he's trying to set up these warriors in advance to be able to stop this coming war between the mortals and the immortals. So yeah, I definitely do think that the Zeno button is not what we think it is. I think Zeno knows what's going on, and Goku and Vegeta are being set up to ascend to an even higher level. You know, that's why they have their God key, because they're going to have to fight against these God beings, these demons, or, you know, whatever is going on, even if they just have to fight against Black and Zamasu. And we don't know how many Zamasus there are, because now Goku Black is another Zamasu, and who knows how many Zamasus there are. I mean, there are so many Zamasu, like he's everywhere. So yeah, so that's just my thoughts on everything. I think there's definitely more going on, and Zeno knows about it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. What are your theories? Am I totally off my knocker? Or am I on to something? Yeah, so leave your thoughts below, and like, comment, subscribe, and share if you found this video to be interesting.